Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how we can model, analyze and design a composite structure using ProtaStructure. When you look closely, you will see that the column is a steel section. You can see the beam is in blue color. That is also a steel. And then the slab you're having here, this is a concrete, and then we have partition walls here, and we have the roof, which is the steel. Okay, so then when we are done analyzing and designing here, we will transfer it to ProtaSteel. So we then transfer it to ProtaSteel so that we can have this. All right, so we can do the detailing here. We can put you can see the stair, so we can put the staircase, and then the handrail, and also over all these edges we can put the handrail, and then we do some connections. All right, so let's begin that. Okay, so we can close this, and then for this one, just open a new drawing. So come to the building set out and then open a new drawing. Okay, you can save this. Okay, so we will name this let's name it composite. Let's name it composite. All right, and then you pick a code, let's say the Euro code, then okay. As usual, you have this template, so you go to the modeling tab and then you pick the orthogonal axis generator, which is this. So click on that and then just drop it anywhere here. Okay, in the y-axis we are going to have 3 5. Okay, then we have 900, then we have 2 5, another 2 5. Okay, and then 900. All right, then in the x-axis, which is here, 900, 5000, 5000, then 900. Okay, so we will now start with the scheming. All right, so make sure you're on modeling tab, then you can go to the steel member, then you go to the column. All right, click on this icon. All right, then make sure it's on UC, which is universal column. All right, and then I'll be picking this first one, which is 203 by 46. Okay, then click on select, then okay. All right, so look carefully to see where I'm placing it. I'll put one at the extreme edge, and then I'll put one more here. I'll put one more at the last edge, which is here. Okay, then at this side where you have the D, okay, I'll put one here. Then here B, I'll put one here. Okay, then at the center here, I'll put one more here. At this side, I'll put one. Okay, and then here too, I'll put one. Okay, then for the inside, I'll have one at the edge here, one at this side, and then one at this side, one here, and then one here. Okay, I think this side and this side should do away with they can work without beam. Okay, so let's close that. Since the column, since we are done with the part of the column, okay, I think I need one more column here. Let me just copy the property of this and then you place it here. Okay, so now let's do for the beam as well. So go to steel members and then you pick the beam and click on this. Okay, so go to universal beam, and then I'll be using a beam of 254 by 102. Okay, so okay, and then just pick this internal one up to this point. Okay, then up to this point. Okay, then up to this point, then up to this point. Okay, and you can just right click to break that. Then we are going to break it into two. Okay, so we can have this. Then for the internal, for the external, you just draw it like this. Okay, yes, okay. So all of these internal, they are going to be the walkway. Okay, so they are going to be the walkway. So we're having a walkway all around the building. So just all this box and this box, that's where the main building are going to be. Okay, so we can just have a tie beam to connect the internal and the external frames. Okay, so let's have a tie beam here. Okay, so at this side too, let's have a tie beam. Okay, and then right click. Okay, and then here too, let's have a tie beam, and then the same thing for here, let's have a tie beam. Okay, so that's for the column and the beam. All right, so let's put in some slabs too. Okay, so you go to the modeling tab, then you pick this slab, which this slab, then pick this slab. Okay, just click on it. All right, then we will use a thickness of 150 mm. Okay, and then a cover of 20. All right, the reference level, make sure is in 0. All right, then the type, just leave it in type 1. Okay, it's automatically fixed. You kind of tap the type, and then go to the loading. Then you have to, under this side, just right click, then let's use a room. Let's use for room. Okay, let's use room. All right, then the input load, just right click on that, then just pick this one, which is bedroom in hotel and motel. For this time, just make sure it's in beam region. Okay, so just place it here, and then place another one here. Okay, and then for this side, place one, and then this side place one more. All right, this side place one. Okay, and then for this side too, place one more. Okay, so that is all for that. Then you can close. All right, so one more thing you need to do is go to the building setups, then you go to the story, and then we have to insert the story. We can insert 2 stories. All right, so we have 2 stories, and I will maintain the story height to be 3, so I won't need to edit story. Okay, so this is going to be the top story. Let's see it in 3D. Under the view, right click, and then you see we have 2 tabs here. You can see this is story 2 plan, and then this is story 2 for the 3D, so you can be switching between the stories here. Okay, so this is exactly what we have in 3D. We are going to transfer some columns to the upper story. Okay, so you can come to the plan, go back to story 1. All right, so this column, or you know what, let's just transfer all the columns. Okay, so the one we don't need, we will have to delete them. Okay, or under the building setup, go to story, then here go to generate story. Okay, so we are generating from story 1 to story 2, so click on story 2 here. All right, so I'm going to click only the column, so you deselect everything, just leave the column alone to be selected. Okay, then click on OK, so you can see process completed, so you can close that. All right, so you can delete it in 3D if you wish. So I want to delete something in story 2, but if you look at this is in story 0, so it will not delete it. For you to be able to delete it, make sure you're in story 2. Okay, so now I'm on story 2. Okay, so now delete them. So I'll delete this, I'll delete this, I'll delete this, I'll delete this. I'm just deleting all the external the columns. Okay, delete this, delete this, delete this, and then I'll delete this. Okay, so now hit your delete on the keyboard and delete, so now they will go away. Okay, so there is no more now. Okay, so what we need to do right now is we can load this beam. We have to load it with the partition. Okay, so let's go to story 2 under story 1. So we are going to load the beams. Okay, so this beam, I will load it. Let me click on the beam, then you right click, then you go to edit wall load. All right, okay, so for the type of wall, I will just pick 200 brick wall, this one of Singapore. Okay, you can scroll down to see many more. Okay, so I'll pick this one, and then the height of the wall, I will say the height is 3 meter. Okay, so the height is 3 meter. So I will come to the edit opening. So under the edit opening, just click on add. So I want to add the opening. You can see I have a opening here. All right, so for the opening, I will say the width, which is supposed to be the window. Okay, so I'll say the width is 1800, so it will give me a width of 1800. Then the height, I will say the height is 12. That is, I want to have a window of 1800 by 12. Okay, so I want to place it exactly at the middle. Okay, so you can space it from the beginning to this side to be 16. So I will say the x is 1600. Okay, so you see this is now being placed at the center. Okay, then for the y I will say this is 900. I mean from this point to this point, 900. Okay, so that will be 900. Okay, so that is good. Just click on OK, and then OK. So the wall load have been added to this side. I'm going to copy the wall load here. I will copy it to this side too. Okay, so click on the beam and then say copy wall load. Okay, so I'll just paste it here. Click this side and then click on paste. Okay, this one, paste copy beam wall load. So say yes. Do I want to copy the load? Do I want to copy the opening? Yes. Okay, and then I will do the same thing here. Click on it, down to and click. No, let's select this one, and then this ones we don't have any window and door. They will have no window and no doors. Okay, so right click and then say paste copied wing wall load. Say yes to copy the load, then say no, we are not copying the openings. Okay, so click on no. Right, so let's see how it looks like in 3D. Okay, so you can see that okay, yeah, we have a window here. All right, and then for this side we have a window, but this side we have no window. It is a partition between this building and this building. For this side too, we don't have windows. Okay, for the back you can see we don't have windows, so that is how that is going to be. Then for the front we are going to have another wall. Then that wall is going to comprise of two openings. We have one window and one door. Okay, so that's going to be on this beam, right? So you can do the same thing here. Just make sure you're on story 1. Then let me click on this beam. You can click on the beam here. So right click, then you go to edit wall load. So under the wall I'll pick the same thing, which is 200 wall. All right, and then the height of the wall, let it be 3. Then let's edit opening. So I'm going to add 2 openings, add 1 and then add another one, making 2. Okay, so for the first one, that is going to be the wall, and that's going to be the door. So I want my door to be 900 mm wide, and the height I want it to be 2100 tall. Okay, then the distance in the X, let's say it is 3002. And you can adjust that later if it is too much. Then the y has to be 0, you know, from here to here the y has to be 0. Okay, so you can see where the door is fitted. Okay, then for the window, the width of the window I will still use 1/8, and then the height I will use 1/2. Okay, then the distance from X, let me use 600. Okay, so that we can have it here. And then the y, let me use 900 as I used it the other time. So I'm going to have the window and the door like this. Okay, so click on OK, then OK, then you are going to have it exactly like this. Okay, so you see you have a wall here and you have a window. So I will do the same thing here. So click on this and then go to edit wall load. Okay, so under the wall I'll pick 200 brick wall of Singapore, just as I did the other time. And then this, the wall height should be 3 meters. Then let's edit the openings. So I'm going to pick 2 openings. So add 1. Let's edit the first one, which is supposed to be the door. Okay, so the width should be 900. The height 2100. Okay, the distance from this side should be 600. Okay, and then the height, let's say, is 0. Okay, so we have the wall here. Okay, then for the window, the width of the window is 1800. The height is 1200. Then X 3200. Okay, and then the Y, that's 900. Okay, is this not too much? 3200. Then let me change it to 2200. That's looking good. Then just click on OK, then OK. So we have this building. So what is next now is just to put the truss. Okay, so we have to put the truss, the roof truss. So we can do that in plan view. So go to story 2, go to the modeling tab. I'm not going to use a roof tab, I'm just going to use joist for the roof. So go to beam and then let's use the same section. Which is 254 by, let's use this one of 102. Okay, then OK. So I will have a truss from this point up to this point. Okay, then have another one up to this point. Okay, then you can close that. So now we are going to make a kind of adjustment to this. Okay, so for this one we are going to raise one side. Let's see it in 3D so that it doesn't get kind of confusing. You can place this in story 2. So look at this joist. I'm going to raise this side to go up. Okay, it's going to go up by 1000. So just right click on it and then go to properties. Okay, then when you're on 3D, we are going to raise this side. This side is supposed to be the I and this side is supposed to be the Z. Okay, so let's read it. This side is supposed to be I and this side is supposed to be J, and it can be otherwise. So let's try to change the Z first. Let's say this is the J. I will raise this to go up by 1000 mm. Okay, then click on update. Okay, so that means that's the wrong side. So put this in 0 back and then put this one in 1000. Okay, then update. Okay, so this is what we want to do. All right, so close that, and then let's do the same thing for this property. Then go to 3D, then let this one be 1000. Okay, so I think that's looking good. Or should it be higher than this? Well, let's say 15. Okay, then this too. 15. Okay, I think that is good enough. All right, so let's complete the rest in plan view. So click on this, just double click, and then we can use the property. We don't need to do this again, just put the property here, and then one more here. Okay, yes, then close that, close this. Then we use this one, so double click on this, then this one, and then this one. Okay, so let's see that in 3D. You can actually do it in 3D too, just draw it like that. Okay, so we have the roof, and then we need to connect it with pole lines. All right, so all you just need to do is you go to steel members. All right, and then you pick your pole line. This is pole line. Okay, so pick pole line, and then you pick this first one, this one, and then this last one, this one. Okay, so just wait for a moment for it to load. Okay, so we have this. Then for the section of the pole line, we are going to use C channel. Okay, so C channel, then let's pick this first one, which is 100 by 50 by 10. Okay, and then click on select, and then okay. The spacing, you can put the spacing in 500. Okay, so when you are done doing all the settings you want to do, you can come to the Sag Road. Okay, so for the Sag Road, maybe you want a profile angle, you can put it, and then so you can put the Sag Road from here, but I want to remove the Sag Road, so just go to here and then click on none. Okay, so we are not going to have any Sag Road. All right, so that's all. Just click on OK, and then they'll just come in like this. Okay, then we do for the other side. So click on pole line again, then click this first one and then the last one, then the last setting will be there. All right, so that is all for what we have here. So what we need to do right now is there is an entrance here. This is a door, right? And this is another door. Okay, so there's supposed to be what's it called, there will be a stair that will lead from the outside into the door. Okay, so we are going to have one here and another one here. All right, so let's do just that. So what I'm going to do is that I will offset this axis by 3 2 to the right. Okay, so just right click and then offset axis, then press F2 on your keyboard, then 3200, then enter. Okay, so we have it here, and then we have another. I have to offset this one too by 900. Okay, then offset, then F2, then offset by 900. Okay, then enter. Okay, so this portion is just the entrance where we have the door. Okay, so I will do the same thing here. I will offset by 600. So F2, I'll offset by 600. That is the beginning of the door. Okay, then I have to offset another one to show me the width of the door, so that will be 900. Okay, then enter. Okay, so that was good. So from this point to this point we have a door, and then from this point to this point we have a door as well. Okay, so that is looking good. So we have to place the so now let's place the joist that will be there. So you just go to modeling, so you go to steel members, then you pick the beam. Okay, then click on this so that I can select, then go to this, and then let's pick this one of 150 by 75 by 18. Okay, then click on select, then okay, then up to this point. Okay, just drop it there. So when you are done, that just close. Let's see it in 3D. Okay, so you can see how it looks like in 3D. So what we want to do now, our aim is that this part we flush to this point, but this below point we come down by 3000. Okay, so click on it, then go to properties, and then 3D, and then let's have this to be minus, because we want it to come down, so it should be minus 3000. So okay, and then you can see that yeah, that point has come down. Okay, so we will repeat the same thing for the remaining. So just double click on the beam, okay, so that you can have the property. Then we have another one from this point up to this point, then another one from here to here, then another one from here to here. Okay, so close that, and then you can see in 3D now. Okay, so this is exactly what we have. We can take away the axis, just expand this and then click on this. Okay, so let me take it. Okay, so you can take away the axis so that I can see it properly. So this is exactly what we have in 3D. So this way we are done with the modeling. We have the slab, and we have all the steel beams and column. We have the partition wall and everything. Okay, so this is just the side joist of the stair. For the horizontal platform, we will do that in ProtaStructure. So that is what will lead you into the door directly. Okay, and then here, that is just the walkway. Okay, like the veranda. So we are done with the modeling, so we can now do the analysis and the design now. Okay, then we now transfer to ProtaStructure when we are done. So go to analysis, go to building analysis, then you can go to the loading combinations, and then you can just load, go to loading generator, then create this, and then okay, so you have all of these combinations. All right, then okay, and then you can go to edit material. So we have concrete, we only have concrete slab. Okay, so for the concrete slab, I will change that to 2025, and then okay, and then this grade I will use 410, then okay. All right, and then for the reinforcement I will only pick for 12 mm, 12 mm, then okay. And then for the steel column I will use 355, steel beam 355. Truss, I don't have truss. Spur line I'll use 235, and then that's all. Okay, so just click on okay, then you can now go to analysis. Then you can check for example, if you have any kind of error, so click on stats. Okay, so you have zero number of errors, so our model is properly done, so there is no error with the model, so you can close that. So you can now do your building analysis. So run the building analysis, then we have to do the steel design. We only have steel. The slab is not something we can analyze with building analysis. Okay, click on yes, yes, then close that. Then let's wait for the analytical model to load. Okay, so you can close that. So you can see the building analysis. So you can see the analytical model. This is how the analytical model looks like. Okay, so you can just swap back to your 3D. Okay, so now we are done with the analysis and the design and everything. So in the next video we will transport this to Prota details, so that we can properly detail the steel. We can put the rail where it is needed, and we can do more on the staircase. Okay, so if you want to check the design, you can also go to design, go to column, check all of this. You can see everything pass. So you can do the same thing for beam. You have pole line, and then okay, so pass. Thanks for watching, and make sure you check the second part of the video. Thank you.